Well, here we are, people. Match reaction time. Literally, 10 minutes after that final whistle. Yeah, and as you can probably tell, flat. All this positivity from my last video, I was clearly mugged off because how I ever thought that, that one game was just going to change the world for us, and all of a sudden we were going to score goals. And what was I thinking? What the fuck was I thinking? Yeah, it almost feels, people, that I probably could have put on the video that I put on a couple of weeks back, disregarded the PSV one, and just repeated the West Ham one, the Notts Forest one, because it just feels like the same shit. And how many more are there going to be like this? It's just utterly frustrating. And how many teams are we going to go to and make look good? Leicester. We went there. They're bottom of the league pretty much, and we made them look half decent. Man United today, we have been ripping the piss out of them all season. For good reason. They're sitting in 15th in the league. But yeah, we made them look good. Yeah, we had a good first half, but if you're really honest with yourself, the best chances they had, not us. So yeah, utterly frustrating. And I don't. I mean, we'll have to get into it, people. Let's look at the performance. So Raya pulled off some really good saves, obviously great ones towards the end, which he's making a habit now of these almost reaction saves, and then getting back up and, palming it away. Fantastic reactions from him. Can't knock it. The first goal, people, for Man United. I mean, I don't know. I don't know where I stand on this. I don't really know who to blame for this goal. I mean, clearly, when I look at the goal going in, I'm thinking, it's not gone in the corner. It's not exactly gone in the corner, so therefore you are looking at the keeper. But the wall was so far away that it just seems so obvious that it was so easy to get up and down. I mean, let's face it, Bruno Fernandes has got quality anyway. But yeah, it's almost like just practice for him, wasn't it? There might as well not have been a wall there. Just hit the ball, and it was just. So I don't know. I don't know who's to blame for this. Were the players just not on it and set up in time? Was it the referee directing them to be there? Was the goalkeeper not set? I mean, I think there's just a catalogue of errors, to be honest, with that goal. And it was quite interesting in the second half when we had the free kick. Similar in terms of distance from goal. They equally, to be fair, were told to stand about 15 yards away from the ball. But yeah, I guess the difference being with this one is that, I don't know about you guys, but I never ever thought that Ødegaard would score. Not in a million years. The bloke cannot shoot. I don't really care what happened in the week. He just cannot shoot at all. And I can't remember, to be honest, the last time I saw him score a free kick. He's just rubbish. I mean, surely there's somebody better in the club at this. But, is what it is. What can we say? The defence, again, we're pretty solid, to be fair. I can't really knock Saliba or Gabriel's performance. Timber, again, was fairly solid, and to be fair to him, you can see that he's trying to create something. So he is trying to go forward and, provide something. But yeah, it just ain't happening, people. Calafiori, like I said in any of the preview shows, and please check them out, guys, if you'd have seen them. I do honestly think he's better going up front. I think, why not try it? I mean, we'll get onto Marino in a bit, but he's shit. So why not try Calafiori up there? Because he certainly can't defend. He can't defend, and we've got plenty of defenders there. So, you know, whilst I understand him coming in, because, like, again, I've said in previous videos this week, I do believe that Lewis Skelly, we need to manage him a bit better and bring him off the bench like we did today. You know, start him in different games, but certainly don't perhaps start him every single game, because, you know, he can be a bit rash, and we don't want to hang him out to dry. So, you know, I thought it was the right decision, but yeah, equally I can't blame him for getting sort of hacked off in the second half. And yeah, when we look at the midfield, I mean, this is where, like, again, I feel like every week I could pretty much say the same thing. Rice, I'm impressed with. He's not uprooting any trees, but to be fair, he's up and down, made a fantastic saving tackle, should I say, in the second half. Absolutely amazing. After he'd got the goal, which was a really good finish. You know, and he does what he always does. He's got a good engine. He gets up and down. You know, I can't really fault him massively week on week. But Odegaard, oh my God. I mean, the bloke frustrates the fuck out of me. Literally. I mean, the amount of times in this game where the ball just got passed to him and he shimmies this way, he shimmies that way, he then passes sideways or he passes back. God forbid he passes forwards. And I don't know about you people, if you even notice this, but I mean, and perhaps I'm just getting on his back, but I've noticed this in previous games, and I certainly noticed it today as well. It's like when Yeri is out wide of him, and it's like he just doesn't see him, or he doesn't want to play him the ball. Like, he sees him, and then he'll go the other way. And he did it so many different times, and I'm like, are you just scared of this kid just stealing the limelight from you, so you don't want to give him the ball? It just seemed like he doesn't want to give that guy the ball. He'll wait till Timber comes along, and he'll play the ball to him. But rarely did he play the ball to Wanyeri. I'm not saying Wanyeri had a great game, but if you've got somebody who just doesn't pass to you either, it's not really going to help the cause, is it? But yeah, it's just, like I said, I think he epitomises the manager. Let's just keep everything safe. Let's just keep the ball. Even if I go back to Gabriel and then Saliba again. Sideways. Pretty passing. Yeah. And that's it. Fucking great. And what can I say about... I mean, Partey was pretty solid, I think. I don't think he did anything really wrong. But again, the only thing I would say about him is... And I would say this about any of our midfield players, to be fair. The ball, particularly in the first half, it was just so slow. It goes into them, and the amount of times that they'll control the ball, but their first instinct is to look back, not take the ball on the turn and, you know, look progressively at what's in front of you. And yes, you could argue that there's a lack of movement in our team going forward. I get that, but I don't think that's an excuse for even looking in the first place. It seemed on too many occasions today the first instinct was to take the ball comfortably and facing our goal and not the opposition's goal. Too many times for me, and it was so pedestrian. It was just ridiculous. It was so slow. It's like there's no urgency about us whatsoever. Whilst I appreciate, you know, it's the first half of the game and everything, but, you know, we're supposedly in a race to win the Premier League. We're second in the league. What are we holding back for? We're 16 points behind. But yet, you know, that's fine. We'll just keep the ball, keep going sideways. But, you know, we're not going to lose possession, so it's all good. And then what can I say? I mean, Wanyeri was quiet, but again, I'm not gonna highlight it too much because I don't, if I'm honest, see him as a winger anyway. I see him more as a creative midfield player. You know, in the sense of a Foden or something like that, just in between that midfield and attack. but I see him as long term anyway, that more of a creator role. I don't see him as a wide player, but of course he's having to do a job, and he has done a really good job. I just think, perhaps, well, today just wasn't his day. He tried stuff. He's got players that don't like him clearly, and they just don't give him the ball. So whatever. So yeah, it was kind of a quiet one for him. That being said, I probably would have still left him on the pitch, but we'll come to substitutions in a bit. Trossard. Now, for as much as I'm kind of gunning for Odegaard today, but I have to say Trossard was diabolical. Absolutely impotent up front. Impotent. He needs some new man or something to get him going, because he's fucking ridiculous at the moment. He literally is offering nothing. The bloke hogs the ball. He looks fucking miserable and pissed off all the time. Like he's got a proper chip on his shoulder. Acting like he's some fucking Messi or something. Equally like Odegaard, he's happy to just kind of like shimmy here, shimmy there. I'm going to pass it back. I'm going to pass it across the pitch. But God fucking forbid that I'm going to pass my man, try and cross it. And yeah, what can we say about Marino? Well, what we can say is he's absolutely shit. He's absolutely shit in that position. Fuck knows why we're still trying this stupid fucking experiment. Notwithstanding the fact that I've gone on about Calafiori, right, forget that for a minute. What really fucking frustrates me is that he does absolutely nothing, but yet we're still, 60th minute, as normal, past that, and Arteta's, scratching his head, speaking to the guys on the bench, thinking, what can I do to change this? Now, I'm not saying that the players that we've got on the bench are obviously doing a great job right now or anything, but to me it's fucking irrelevant at this point. We have got people on the bench. We had Martinelli, we had Sterling, we had Zinchenko, let's say, Tierney as well. But obviously Sterling, it's getting to the point now where I don't even think, why is he even on the bench? What's the point? What is the actual point? So yeah, it's not even worth talking about that because it's completely irrelevant. But what I would say is that when he brought the substitutions on, right, so he brings Wanyeri off, he brings Partey off as well, and I don't know what he was doing in terms of why, when you need a goal, right, and you've got a player in Martinelli who could come off the bench and he could play up front. We've seen him do it before, and I'd argue that that's when he's most threatening. Why isn't he putting him up front? You've got Sterling there, as much as, I said I wasn't going to go on about it, but again, these are attacking bodies that he's got on the bench, but he's sticking with a player who is A, offering nothing, and B, news to you, Arteta, he's not a fucking striker. So why the fuck are you continuing to play him? It's just... People, it's baffling. It's really baffling. And so, yeah, in terms of the three defenders, I might as well have been. So the three players that came on, but two of them were defenders. We're trying to win a football game. Go figure, people. We're trying to win a football game, but we're bringing on defenders. We don't trust the striking players. It's probably too out there for Arteta to bring on an attacking player. Let's stick with, I don't know, like a Tierney, like an attacking left back who can defend as well. Honestly, this fucking handbrake football is just pissing me off. It really is pissing me off. What is the point? It's like the guy he's just against winning a football match. He's so fucking scared to win a football match. And I'm honestly, I've said to you guys in the past that the Cronkies have got to go, right? End of. They have got to go. Now, I don't know how this is going to happen, people, but they have to go out of this fucking club. That being said, Arteta, as far as I'm concerned, has to go as well. He is never going to win us anything. And this talk about, oh, he'll go somewhere else and win it there. Well, he might well do, but he's certain fact he ain't winning anything here. He just ain't doing it. As far as I'm concerned, he's so negative. I have just had enough of it. Fair enough and fair play to you. You've got us to this point, and you've made us solid and everything else. But where is the creativity in this team? Where is the creativity on the bench in terms of the management, in terms of the formation and the kind of adaptability in a game, and the hunger to go and want to win a game? And that's where I'm really, really struggling with this. I guess we move on. We move on to the next game, which is the PSV one, of course. And how on earth did we score 7 in that game? How shit are they? And how stupid am I to be so confident off the back of that game and thinking it was like amazing? And I'm probably going over the top, people. Probably tomorrow I may feel a bit, less passionate about it. And I don't know. But certainly at the moment I'm thinking they are. Because I'm looking at the fact that this isn't, it's not like we've had a poor result, then gone to PSV, and now just had a poor result. We've had continual poor performances. We can't score goals. I mean, alright, Rice did score, but yeah, it's just pathetic, people. But, we're still probably expected to go out and buy a new fucking training kit this week or something. I've no doubt they're bringing out another one because they always do every week. Ask for more of our money to feed into this club, so they can go fund something in America. Yeah, we are where we are, and it's not in a good place because it's getting like a bit of a procession, to be honest, for Liverpool right now, and that's really the frustrating thing. We can't, we're clearly not going to win the title, but it's criminal to kind of just give this up and let Liverpool just have this free run of this title. It's absolutely shocking. I mean, they were 16 points ahead anyway. Alright, 15 now. But again, you really can't see where a win's coming from, and they're not playing next week, and we're playing Chelsea at home. And I mean, we'll do the preview later this week, of course, but it's not looking good, is it? I mean, let's face it, as it stands at the moment, you're looking at that game and you're thinking they've got firepower, and they've got a lot more firepower than bloody Man United had today. And, it's the same old for us, Keep the ball, yeah, great. To do nothing with it, no threat at all. So is it really a shock that then you give away a free kick and all of a sudden a goal goes in? And like I've said again previously, I feel sorry for the defenders. I really do, because in this team, you've literally got to defend for your fucking life, but you know full well that nothing's going to happen up front. So the margins are so small. A tiny mistake or a glimmer of hope, like a free kick today, given to the other team, a goal can just go in. Or it could even deflect off your backside and go in, anything like that could happen, and all of a sudden, the game's done. The game is absolutely done. Because there's no way out for us. It's you're just wishing. Anyway, I've rambled on for long enough about this absolute shit show. So, listen, as always, love you being here. Please like, please subscribe, check out the website where I'll upload all these videos, check out the different playlists that I've got. I'll be looking to do a preview for the PSV game upcoming, and then obviously the reaction and the Chelsea game as well. I'm already planning the transfer activity video, just looking at Arteta's ins and outs, and yeah, that makes interesting reading. So that will be a good little series to look at. So yeah, look forward to doing that. Thanks for being here. See you later.